All right, everyone, we are here with War 9, the rematch against KenOB. Today I will be taking in Odin for pre-fights, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Mr. Negative. I've got Path 7 in Section 1 and Path 9 in Section 2, and no mini-bosses this war. Alright, so this is the first time I get to use Cosmic Ghost Rider in a real war and not an off-season war, so I'm pretty excited. This Human Torch here, I decided to take him with CGR, not bring Archangel, and it actually led to my Path 9 coverage later. But the game plan here is to just do the CGR rotation, which is parry heavy, parry medium, light, 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 which activates the power gain judgment, and then parry medium, full combo ending with a medium into SB2, and that should power lock him because we'll be at 5 judgments, and then with the power back boosts that should kick us up to SB2. If not, it'll overshoot and push us to SB3, and then you just fire either of those and the game is over. So we're ignoring kinetic transference. In the full rotation, he's never going to reach SP3 before we finish. And hopefully he doesn't throw SB1, because what that can lead to is a chain attack of SB1, SB1, SB1 from kinetic transference. So here we are, we got him locked, we got the full rotation, we did a great deal of damage, and we went immediately into SB3. Now if it doesn't happen this way, if he didn't have the power back boosts, the armor breaks are enough to where if you'd actually just gone back in and comboed, that he probably would have died before the power lock was gone. If not, it would have been close. So he's just so satisfying to play, and I'm really happy I got to use him this war. Next was this ManThing. If you guys don't know, I died to ManThing last war, and it isn't redemption when I beat a ManThing on any node. It has to be the node I died on. So this is a little bittersweet because I do get to kind of pwn a Mangog, but since it's not the stun reflect mini, it's kind of a hollow victory for me. So parry heavy here, I decided to bait out SB1s because this fight's going to end before he ever enrages. And this, I actually messed up there. I should have evade countered to bank those light energy. So I went over 10, but luckily it's not too big of a deal because we converted it in time before it expired, and we threw the SB2. And then the double petrify here takes care of his pesky power gain, his passive power gain. He's still going to gain power from the combat rate, but he's going to melt so fast, as you saw from the degen, that it just doesn't matter. All right, and then my last 3 fights here, 2 with Cosmic Ghost Rider. This is where the Odin pre-fight comes into play for shock resistance. So we have a shock resistant, a Cosmic Ghost Rider, and bleed immune, obviously, in his kit. The game plan here, I'm not actually going to rely on stun. Even if I did, I'd probably only parry heavy, and then the other parries wouldn't use. I actually practiced a bunch just like there, trying to figure out when he was going to throw his heavy and retaliating it. So you can tell here I messed up right there. So it was those instant heavies that I knew were going to be a problem. So because we triggered Dex, this SB2 isn't going to do a lot, but I'm still going to throw it so that we could reset the judgments. But because I didn't finish out that medium ending combo, we are not at the full judgments. So we actually have to go hit that 5th judgment in order to reset. So here it is, ending with a medium, and I immediately went into SB2. We're going to get some power back, nothing too crazy, but really I just went for it for all the armor breaks, because now we're already at SB2 and he's got all these armor breaks, and this is just going to eat him up. So not the perfect CGR fight, but definitely a clean enough one for us to get the solo, and luckily we didn't eat that SB2. Moving on to this bishop, now we can parry this node, so this one should be a lot easier. But what I did not anticipate was the nerves of steel actually hindering my crit damage and therefore affecting the power back. And the reason that's somewhat an issue is because of all the energy attacks that CGR does. So what you're going to see is I'm going to go through the full rotation. There's the heavy. He's playing a little passive. So now the armor ups are kind of building just a little bit. And he's not really coming here for this last one. So here's the medium ender. And as you can see here, it's kind of hindering my damage. so I didn't get a whole bunch back, so I decided to block bait heavies so that he doesn't throw a special attack, and now we're doing a lot of damage because of the armor breaks that are on him, and I'm just hoping to build the SB2 and then do a lot of damage like I am now with all the armor breaks up. So that's, I guess, technically as perfect as that can go. Did not expect Nerves of Steel to play that much to boosts. And then Mojo here, I accidentally, I don't know what I was thinking, went into this fight with a PS1. And I actually despise this fight with a PS1 because the ratio at which you gain light energy is slower than the ratio at which you gain power. Mostly because I'm not parry heavying as often because of prompts. And because I use the PS1, I just decided to there. And as you can see, charge of heavy is the next prompt. So I kind of avoid it. We're at 5 light, and I'm going to bait out this SB1. He's just not wanting to throw it. And of course, block a hit comes up. So not a big deal. Obviously, if I get a degen on me, I'm just going to heal it. But we finally got that out. So we closed the gap so that we don't lose spacing and we convert. And now we're building a little bit more light here. I'm going to try and push him to SB1 and then get this last bit out right here. So kinetic transference there, evade counter off the wall, throw in the SB2. And now I'm not going to attack him. I'm actually just going to parry and do some blocked hits, or take some blocked hits to keep him just shy of 2 bars so that he just melts from the degen. And that was the end of my very satisfying 5-fight war. And unfortunately, our battle group lost to their battle group 0-2. Which was double unfortunate because we ended up losing this war 3-5. So another loss against the rematch. 3 deaths is hard to beat. So you got to bring your A game, and we definitely did not do that, which we haven't been able to consistently do all season. So this put us dead last in the top 20 of Masters. We're now fighting to get top 10 with the last 3 wars, and it is highly, highly, highly likely that we will end up probably with a rematch against DSVG or GT40. And those are tough matchups. So should be an interesting last leg of the season. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys at the next one.